Let's talk about that before we get into anything because what's the proper term? Because we hear stripper, we hear exotic dancer, we hear dancer. What do you like to
I like
consider
to go
yourself?
as dancer.
As dancer?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What about you, Lachey?
I like to go as an entertainer.
As an entertainer?
I like that too, because you entertain.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do.
Is there a difference between that when you hear somebody referring to you as a stripper? I mean, is it a negative connotation? You dislike it?
Not since it's so popular right now. You kind of don't take it as offense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like hearing your name, stripper. It's just, you hear it so much, it's just like.
I like to call y'all exotic dancers because they classy, man. We can't. I don't like strippers. I like exotic dancers because they exotic.
I don't care what you call them. You're getting $20 from me regardless.
What Steve say?
He said, regardless of what you call them, they're gonna get $20 from him.
Well, I think depending on the city and the type of club that you're working for, being a stripper and entertainer is slightly different because there are clubs they only hire go-go dancers, and that's how I started as a go-go dancer, and it's different from a stripper.
Okay.
So and then entertainers, like, you can pretty much do both, and you have more experience because go-go dancer is like for beginners, and then you slowly go to a bigger club and you're known as a stripper.
What's go-go dancer?
You begin. How do you begin? Like you gotta learn how to take off your clothes.
That's how you start.
Well, depending on what kind of club you work for. I started off as in a white club, and the girls, they called them go-go dancers versus like black clubs. They're straight up strippers. So there's a very big difference because the way that they
the man holding us down.
The way that they run the club versus how much you have to pay out, tip out, and then the type of dancers. And a lot of the go-go dancers in the white strip clubs, the girls don't have to show as much skin, and they do have to work harder, and it's more like a bar and it's mingle type of place versus an actual strip club.
What is Floyd Mayweather club? He be having the baddies. What's his? What is his?
That's like dancer.
Yeah.
But are they naked? They butt naked? They're not just topless?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
But you can't just walk around topless. Like, they make you stay in like a little square. You can't get out of that square where people can't touch you if you're topless.
Okay, okay. All right.
Go
ahead.
The go-go dancer, you wear bikinis, but you do get nude. And as strippers, they don't get nude, depending on what they choose and choose not to do. Because they have the option.
Strippers don't? What do you say? Strippers don't get nude? I want to make sure I heard you
They
right.
do.
Okay.
They have the choice.
Okay.
Go-go dancers
they
don't
sold
have the
alcohol
choice.
at the place that you couldn't get naked. That's what I thought out here in California.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you get more money if you are completely naked?
I don't think so.
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because I thought Donna was going to ask that question, to be quite honest with you, man.
I mean,
she's all about the money.
Entertaining is a lot. It's more to it than just people have they think that just because you're a stripper, you're going to get all this money. There's a lot of work involved. Like, you have to dance. It's a lot of acting too, and knowing what to say and how to put on a show. You're really selling a fantasy.
What do you say?
She's a professional dancer.
She got it down pat.
What do you say?
Professional.
She got to act with her.
I
just want to see titties. I didn't know it was a performance.
And we having fun up
I
here.
know she wrote a script with your titties is on. I was happy.
We want to make you feel comfortable. We
She
having
know way
fun.
more than me.
I mean, we just want to make you feel comfortable. We having fun. We having fun up here.
Yeah.
What do you do? How you do it?
I entertain.
Like what?
Okay, so I come into the spot, and I just got paid. It's Friday. And you see me, I'm that Mark. What you saying to me?
I see money.
You see money?
Say that to him?
You probably see food wrapped across his forehead, too. What do you say? Do you come up and ask them, and you want to get a dance? What's the conversation like?
Yeah, usually I do go up to them. I ask them how they're doing and what they would like to do tonight, what are their plans, and it usually leads to a lap dance. Lap dance leads to tip, and
So you
that's
look
where
for
you
like
make
the
your
lonely
most.
dudes? So how do you find the person that you know gonna give you the money? You just look for somebody just sitting there looking stupid like.
No, they're gonna come up to the stage if I'm dancing.
Okay.
What about you, Siobhan?
I work in we were talking about it earlier, and she said she don't do good at black clubs. So I work more of black clubs, so we more like hyper and twerking rather than like they don't care about your conversation at the clubs I'm going to rather than like the white clubs where like they don't want no dances, they don't want you to get your body makeup on them. Like they more so just want to throw money,
Who, the white
smoke
club?
weed.
The black
no,
clubs.
the black clubs.
The black clubs.
So I might be a little too big for a white club. Like they scared of me, and
You see what
Because you mean thickness?
Yeah.
Okay, they like the little skinny,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't have tattoos, so that's why I prefer white clubs. But
you're more sophisticated.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you can still be sophisticated to go to a black club, bro.
Right.
yeah,
I'm just wondering.
I love the black clubs though. That's where I make the most money. But as a regular, I do prefer going to a go-go bar, as if that's what I'm going to do throughout
I
the
didn't even
month
know there
or
was a
so.
difference.
Yeah, well, that's what we're learning, Steve Wilson. That's why we're here on Fox Soul. But that's one of the reasons I wanted to do this show, because I wanted to find out why you're doing what you do, some of the misperceptions, and how people react. And that's my next thing. It's like when you tell somebody that you go to a go-go, or you work at a go-go club, you're a stripper or a dancer, what's the reaction that you get?
well, it don't matter what club you say you work at. They all looking at you as a stripper, like
Okay.
a dancer. Like they don't matter which club you at. So they all looking at you as the same. But it depends. Like today is so popular. People are like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like you're so brave.
Wow.
Like they think it's like cool. Like your family, they cool with it.
Family too?
Yeah.
Wow. Has it changed because of the popularity of the film that came out with Jennifer Lopez and Hustlers? Why do you think it's changed the perception and
think
people think it's so popular now?
It was already popular, and then I feel like when you put it in the movies and stuff, it become kind of corny.
I think, so I don't mean to cut you off, but I think because it's more popular because people are finding out how much money strippers, entertainers are making. So there's more respect. Because before, like, people thought if you were a stripper, entertainer, like, they had no respect for you. You were a hooker or sex worker. People didn't have respect for you. They label you the worst of the worst. But now it's out there. You hear music. They're always talking about strippers, entertainers, whatever you go by. And it's more respected because they know that there's money involved. Coming from people, especially women who don't strip, I feel like they hate on girls who are confident enough to go out and dance, because it's really like if you can get dressed and how you feel. Like if you want to go dance and get attention, I mean, stripping, you can have fun and you also make money. And there's other women that hate on others, like, oh, I don't want to be around you. And it could be a long-term friend that you know. It could be family members that turn on you when they find out you're a stripper.
Yeah. So you lost friends, you lost family members?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I feel like when I posted my first picture in a strip club on social media, I literally saw all my friends disappear that I knew. And I never posted a picture of me in the strip club ever since, but ever since I moved to LA, I started modeling. The music, the Hustlers movie came out, it became a popular thing. People are like, are you still dancing? And the same people that cut me off are following me now.
Wow.
And I am currently like not dancing because I feel like now people are trying to slowly follow in my footsteps because I've been doing this for 5 years.
So why'd you stop?
I stopped. Well, I still entertain.
Well, no, what's entertaining now? What does that mean? When you say
I just
entertain?
prefer entertainment or stripping because you're selling a fantasy that you
So
give
you
the
entertaining
private.
outside of the club.
Private parties.
No, I don't do private
Oh, you don't do private parties? Okay.
like-
I
You go to
do
the bougie
webcamming. And I webcam.
Webcam.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, it's like you go to the bougie one.
Yeah, and ever since webcamming, I've noticed a decline, like the money I was making stripping, because now everyone's in music videos, webcamming, and you can just go online.
Webcamming is like Uber for strippers.
Yes.
So what's the-
No, it's not. You can't just order a stripper.
Let's get down to the
What's the
nitty-gritty.
what?
Get
Is that
out-
like fans only?
Okay.
Or-
Yeah,
What'd you say?
OnlyFans. Like, everyone
OnlyFans?
Oh, so they got to subscribe to your page?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to talk to Siobhan. Siobhan, peep this out. You know how is the Bernie Mac character in there in the type of that club?
Definitely.
How is he at?
Dollar Bill.
Dollar Bill in there?
It's definitely dollar bills, and like it's definitely like the club I work at, they keep you on your toes. Like they sit, like if it's money in there, they have all of us in a group chat, and they
Oh, my
text us
God.
like, ladies, get on the floor. Like it's
I like Siobhan. See, she's my type of stripper. I mean, exotic dancer. She cool. I'll give her some change. You know what I mean? Because dudes, like, to me, no.
Thank you.
Not no change. I'm talking about money. I call change money. $1,000 might be some change to me. See, you over here woofing. So what I'm saying is that at the end of the day,
Exact
when I'm
audience.
coming in to give you some money and we having fun, I like the stripper like Siobhan. You know what I mean? Because she's cool. You know what I mean? We can talk. You know.
Exotic dancer like Siobhan.
Man, I don't like to call them. What do you want to
I
be
feel
called?
like she's an exotic dancer and I would be a stripper.
So
and I
you
don't
need to be
mind
quiet,
it.
Steve.
I don't want no trouble.
Well,
Come on, Mike.
go ahead. Let's get to the meat of the matter once again, man. So you have kids, right? What do you think? First of all, your family members when it comes to that. You was talking to Lachey with her. Lachey saying how our family treats her and her friends treat her. Now you have kids. How old are they?
My son's 14.
14. What's he think of this? Does he understand what you're doing?
We had a conversation yesterday because I was like, you know, I only got like a year left of you being spoiled like this. He's like, well, why? And I was like, you know what I do, right? He's like, you serve food. And I was like, all right. Like, he knows, but he just doesn't want to know.
Okay, he doesn't.
But he doesn't mind that I'm doing it. Like, if his friends bring it up, he's going to be like, do you see all the stuff I have?
So,
Like, he
so
has
there's
my
no
back.
concern of him being bullied or anything like that because
At
of what?
first it was, but I guess I'm not out there where like in his world, like they're not looking for me yet. I guess when he goes to high school, they'll start looking for me.
Yeah.
But I'm not in his world yet for them to come look for me.
you
So
think-
it's not affecting him at all.
So do you think if it started affecting him, do you think it would change how you look at what you do?
Yes, if it was, but I think he's such a strong person where it wouldn't affect him. He would just have my back.
Yeah.
Okay.
This your job.
Yeah,
you
like
don't know.
he knows I come home every night. Like he's not tripping. I'm not like a crazy person. He's not in school. He got straight A's. He get everything. Like, so he's just a cool kid.
And that you hear so many stories about why you do what you do, right? And it could be for your kids. It could be some people say, I'm just gonna work my way through college.
Right.
They ain't even taking a class. You know what I mean? But some people do. I'm saying, why did you decide to do what you're doing? Why?
I did not have my parents growing up as a kid, and I had to live with my aunt, and she was a single parent. She worked full time, and I had got in trouble with the police, and I got arrested, and I got out on bond. I had no money, and the first thing I did was, I was stressed. My aunt, I told her I got arrested. When I came home, I was out on bond. She had no clue, and I was freaking out how I was going to pay it off.
How old were you at this time? Sorry.
I was 18.
18. Okay.
Yeah, the first time I got arrested,
Okay.
and I was still in high school, and then so it was just hard, and I had to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. I always wanted to get my diploma, but at the time, financially, when was getting in trouble, like going to jail for the first time, I had to find out a fast way to come up with the money to pay off my bondsman.
Steve has
So
a
I
question.
went to the
No,
shop.
you said you went to jail the first time.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to judge. We're not
I'm
going to
not
judge.
judging.
Like,
I'm
you know,
nosy.
people will make me okay.
But this is real talk, Mike.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's real
This is real talk.
We can
We
real
have
Yeah.
open discussion. We have to find out. You know what I mean? Like how she got drove to being an exotic dancer. You know, so
Right.
you know we have to keep it real here.
Yeah, I wish I didn't have the chance to like call my mom or dad like, hey, I need money. You know, I didn't have contact with them, so I had to figure out a way on my own. And I never asked for a lot as a kid. No one in my family was ever a stripper. I had to find out on my own. Most of the people in my family, they had jobs and stuff. And my mom, she does do drugs, both of my parents, so they kept that away because, you know, my family, they didn't want that around. They weren't going to support it. So instead of living with my mom, I just stayed in a position to stay with my aunt, and then I had to figure out a way what I was going to do with the trouble that I caused on myself. So
And you felt like this was the only option that you had?
at the time, I had like 14 days to pay out the money. Yeah.
So,
And-
but then you paid off the money, and then
Yeah.
you continue to do so.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So do you like it?
She made a lot of money.
Yes, I loved it.
So you got a taste of it.
I found out a fast way, and ever since then, I felt like I've been independent, and stripping has helped me in a way.
Okay. What about you, Siobhan? Why'd you get into it? Because she's just a little younger, I believe, right? And I heard
Yeah.
you got into it a little bit later on in life when you were in your mid-20s. Why wait so long? Why do it then?
Cause I was like living life, and then my mom, she just woke up one day and was like, that's it, I'm tired to take care of all y'all, me, my brothers, and my sister. Like literally just woke up like, I'm done. And just left and moved with her boyfriend.
Oh.
And
Wow. You had to make a way for yourself.
Yeah.
So my sister was in college. I was doing hair. My sister was in college. I had a kid. And my brother, he was just living with my mom, so I had to figure it out. So I would help my sister, and then eventually I started helping my mom, and then eventually I just became head of household. So I had no choice because I had everybody depending on me.
Wow.
Right.
And then